In a small, cozy village nestled between rolling hills and ancient forests lived a hobbit named Milo. Milo was not like the other hobbits, who preferred quiet lives, tending gardens and reading by the fire. Milo had always dreamed of grand adventures, filled with magic, mysteries, and treasures. And in this very village, there was a legend whispered among the hobbits of a great treasure guarded by the mighty dragon Smaragon, hidden deep within the shadowed mountain. One sunny morning, while Milo was out gathering herbs, he found an old, dusty map hidden in a tree hollow. The edges of the map were worn and faded, but Milo could still make out the title at the top, The Path to Smaragon's Treasure. His heart raced with excitement. Here it was, the adventure he had always dreamed of. Milo took the map to his friend Luna, a wise and clever owl who lived in the tallest tree in the forest. Luna looked at the map, her golden eyes widening. This map is real, Milo. It shows the path to the shadowed mountain. But beware, Smaragon is no ordinary dragon. He's clever, powerful, and won't let anyone take his treasure easily. Milo gulped, but felt his courage swell. I've always wanted an adventure, Luna. Will you come with me? With a flutter of her wings, Luna nodded. Of course, Milo. You'll need my help to solve the riddles and avoid the traps that guard the treasure. And so, with Luna by his side, Milo set off on his journey. They followed the map through winding paths, dark forests, and across rivers with shimmering waters. Along the way, they encountered enchanted creatures, like friendly foxes that showed them hidden shortcuts and wise old turtles that shared stories of Smaragon's cunning. Finally, after days of travel, they reached the foot of the shadowed mountain. The mountain loomed high above them, its peak lost in swirling clouds. At its base was a massive stone door with ancient symbols carved into its surface. Luna studied the symbols and said, "This is the first challenge. The door will only open if we answer its riddle." Suddenly, a deep, echoing voice boomed from the door. What can be seen in the dark, felt without touch, and heard in silence? Milo thought hard, and then a smile crept across his face. A dream. The door creaked open, revealing a dark tunnel leading into the mountain. They stepped inside, and the door closed behind them with a thud. Inside the mountain, the path was dimly lit by glowing crystals embedded in the walls. They followed the tunnel until they came to a large cavern. In the center of the cavern was a bridge made of twisted roots, stretching over a deep, dark chasm. As they crossed the bridge, a voice echoed from below, "Who dares to seek Smaragon's treasure? Turn back or face the fire." Milo shivered, but Luna whispered, "Stay brave, Milo. We're almost there." At the end of the bridge, they reached a massive chamber, and there it was, Smaragon's treasure. Piles of gold coins, glittering jewels, and ancient relics were scattered around. But at the heart of it all, lying curled up in a bed of gold, was Smaragon himself. His scales shimmered like emeralds, and his eyes gleamed as he watched Milo and Luna approach. "Who are you to dare enter my lair?" Smaragon growled, his voice rumbling like thunder. Milo took a deep breath and stepped forward. "I'm Milo, a humble hobbit from Sunstone Village. I came here to see if I could earn a small piece of your treasure to help my village. It is struggling, and we need supplies for winter." Smaragon raised an eyebrow, intrigued by the hobbit's honesty and courage. "Very well, little hobbit, but you must prove yourself worthy. Answer my riddle, and if you succeed, I shall grant you a part of my treasure. But if you fail, you must leave and never return." Milo nodded, his heart pounding. Smaragon's eyes glinted as he spoke the riddle. "I am something. I devour words and fears. I live in shadows and grow with tears. What am I?" Milo thought hard, his mind racing through every story he'd ever read. Finally, he whispered, "A memory?" Smaragon's eyes widened in surprise. He let out a low chuckle and nodded approvingly. "Clever hobbit, you are indeed worthy. You may take a small part of my treasure. But remember, greed is a dangerous path. Take only what you need, and you will live a life full of true riches." Milo looked around and selected a single golden cup and a beautiful necklace with a sapphire. He knew these would be enough to help his village through the winter. He thanked Smaragon with a bow, and Luna chirped in gratitude. As they left the mountain, the shadows seemed to part, and the sun shone brightly upon them. Milo felt a warm sense of pride as he carried the treasure back home. The villagers greeted him with cheers and laughter, amazed by the stories of his journey and bravery. From that day on, Milo was known as the Hobbit who faced Smaragon and returned. He became a hero in Sunstone Village, not because of the treasure he brought back, but because of the courage, kindness, and wisdom he showed on his adventure. And so the legend of Milo, the hobbit who befriended the dragon, was passed down through the ages. The villagers, young and old, would gather around fires at night, listening to the tale of the hobbit and the dragon's treasure, dreaming of the bravery that lies within every small heart.